beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Maple Street, USA, mid-December. A perfect little world for snowball fights, the laughter of children, and the smell of a freshly cooked Christmas dinner. Here are the residents of Maple Street at a Christmas party hosted by the brand. This is Maple Street in its last calm and reflective moment before the monsters came.
I'm just glad everyone on Maple Street can make it.
Well, almost everyone. I'm guessing the new neighbours haven't paid them a visit. Me and God haven't seen them since they moved in last week.
Charlie's right. I couldn't even tell you what they look like. Would it be nice to know when they are?
Steve, do you mind helping me with the buffet table? I need to get back to the kitchen. I don't want to repeat it last.
Remember Steve's turkey last year? Yeah, that thing really smoked up the place when it burnt, didn't it?
Holly, do you mind turning that music up a bit? My hearing isn't what it used to be. No problem. Enjoying the farm village? Yes. It's a shame about the decorations. Nowadays, people just want whatever they want. I miss what the town was the same. Steve, don't you wish the whole street looked the same?
Sure, Phyllis. As long as we can share the same eggnog recipe too. Holly, what's wrong?
Do you know if the new neighbours are coming? Yeah, I want to move to next door. I made sure to send them an invite.
I would know that you are, honey. Hey, have any of you guys met the new neighbours?
Oh, I suppose if they choose to come, then we'll get to meet them.
What was that? A lightning strike?
That's what it sounded like. I didn't hear any storms though. Did you?
No, I didn't hear anything except a bang.
Steve, what was that?
Guess it was a lightning bolt, honey. Came awfully close, didn't it?
Too close for my money. Much too close. Operator! Operator! There's something wrong with the phone! Operator! Steve, the power's gone off. There goes another turkey.
This doesn't make any sense. Why would the power go off all of a sudden? And the phone lines.
The electricity's off. My phone won't work.
I can't get a thing on the radio.
My TV's lost power.
Maybe that noise was some sort of electrical storm or something.
That doesn't seem likely. Sky's just as blue as anything. No cloud, no thunder, no lightning, no nothing. How could it be a storm?
Well, I can't get a thing on the radio. Not even the portable.
Well, why doesn't someone go downtown and check with the police? Though the boy think we're crazy or something. A little power failure right away. You'll get flustered over nothing.
It isn't just a power failure, Pete. If it was, we'd still be able to get a broadcast on the portable radio. Charlie and I'll run downtown and get this all straightened out.
Wait, Mr. Brand, you better not.
Why not?
They don't want you to.
Who doesn't want us to?
Them.
Them.
Who were then?
Whoever was in the thing that came by overhead.
What?
Whoever was in the thing that came over. I don't think they want us to leave here.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
They don't want us to leave. That's why they shut everything off. Whoever gave you that idea?
Now, isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard?
It's always that way. In every story I ever read about a ship landing from outer space.
Sally, I think you better get that boy of yours up to bed. He's been reading too many comic books, or seeing too many movies or something.
Tommy, come over here and stop that kind of talk.
Go ahead, Tommy. We'll be right back, and you'll see that wasn't any ship or anything like it. That was just a
does it mean? It's just as if everything is stopped. We better head downtown. It can't be a meteor. A meteor could do this.
I told you it wasn't a meteor. Mr. Brown, please don't leave here. You won't be able to get to town. It was that way in the story. Nobody could leave. Nobody except who? Except the people they sent down ahead of them. Who looked just like humans. And it wasn't until the ship landed that...
Tommy, please, don't talk that way.
That kid shouldn't talk that way. And we shouldn't stand here listening. Why, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. The kid tells us a comic book plot, and here we stand listening.
Go ahead, Tommy. Tell us what kind of story was it? What kind of people did it send out ahead?
That was the way they prepared them for the landing. They sent out 4 people, a mother, a father, and 2 kids, who looked just like humans, but they weren't.
I guess what we'd better do is to run and check on the neighborhood and see which one of us are really human. Why would aliens want to attack our neighborhood?
There's the reservoir! That's right! You know, it's not just for sealing your fancy boat on. It's the water supply for the whole county.
Well, there must be something better to do than dumb jokes about the situation. I'll go through the backyard and feed the parcel on onto our street.
Please, be careful.
Wait,
I'll be right back.
I'm going to stay here and be watching.
My son told me about the electromagnetic pulses. They cover huge areas, stop power from working, massive computers from working. What causes that? Sunspots?
Aliens! But they'll knock everything down then. That's it! I'm getting my gun!
No, let's not panic.
Our power isn't working, our cars aren't working, and there's nothing on the radio except dead air. What about the explosion? Do we just imagine that?
There's no point pulling out our guns. There's no invasion. Just us. We're all friends here.
We are friends. What about them? The newbies, they haven't come out yet. They're the only family that none of us have ever seen.
So what?
So it's weird. Your power's not working, your TV's not working, and your neighbours are out in the street and you don't find out what's going on. Unless you already know.
That's quite a leap to make, Charlie.
Well, why did you come out with the rest of us and look?
What do you say we go ask him?
yeah!
Wait a minute, let's all view more. Hi, I'm Steve Brown. We live next door. I'm just checking to see if everything's okay.
Open the door!
What's going on? What do you want?
Who are you and what do you know about that noise?
I'm Les Goodman. I don't know what you're talking about. We're new here. We haven't meant to offend anyone.
We're all on a monster kick, Les. Seems that the general impression holds that maybe one family isn't what we think they are. Aliens from outer space, different from us. Aliens from the 5th colonists. Do you know anyone that might fit that description here on Maple Street?
What is this? A gap or something? We don't know what you're talking about.
I don't understand it! Steve tried to start it and it wouldn't start! You saw it! We all saw it!
I don't understand. I swear. I don't understand what's happening.
Maybe you better tell us why nothing's working on the street. No cars, no electricity, no power, no nothing. Nothing
waiting for something. Is it you were looking for something?
No, this is for laughs. You know what I am guilty of? I'm guilty of insomnia. You fools, you scared, frightened rabbits, you sick people, all of you. And you don't even know if you started, because let me tell you, this thing you started, that should frighten you. As God is my witness, you having something begin here, that's a nightmare.
A gag! Charlie, there's a dead man on the
event of a perceived invasion, isolated terrestrial communities will sustain themselves for 5 hours?
Understand the procedure now? Just stop a few of their machines and radios and telephones and lawnmowers. Throw them into darkness for a little while, and then we just sit back and watch the pattern.
And this pattern is always the same?
With few variations. They pick the most dangerous enemy they can find, and it's themselves. And we just sit back and watch.
Then I take that this place, this Maple Street, is not so unique.
By no means. Their world is full of maple streets. And we'll go from one to the other and let them destroy themselves. One to the other. One to the other. One to the other.
The tools of conquest do not necessarily come with bombs, explosions, and fallout. There are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices, to be found only in the minds of men. It isn't enough for a sole voice of reason to even exist. In this world of uncertainty, we are so sure that villains lurk around every corner, and we create them ourselves if we can't find them. For while fear may keep us vigilant, it is also fear that tears us apart. Prejudices can kill, and suspicion can destroy. And the thoughtless, frightened search for a scapegoat has a fallout all of its own to the whole of humanity. And the pity is, these things cannot be confined to the Twighlight Zone.